Hi guys, welcome to Code Debugger. In this particular video, we are going to see how to integrate Spring Boot with Hibernate or Spring ORM integration.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss any update from the Code Debugger.
So let's start with the Spring Initializer. Maven project Java language Spring Boot version 2.3.3 will select. Let's say ORM, com.orm will select. Spring Boot Hibernate integration. Okay, so let's select Java version as 8. That's it. We need to add dependency like web, then JPA. All the Hibernate related dependencies will be available inside the JPA dependency. Then we need to add MySQL. We will connect MySQL database. Okay, so that's it. These are the three dependencies we need to add. Let's generate the project. Yeah, generated successfully. Let me extract this one. Okay, so we need to import inside the IntelliJ. It's downloading the dependencies. Maven structure is ready now, and let me delete this text package. We are not going to write any JUnit test case. Let me change the application properties to application YML file. Okay, for MySQL we need to add some properties. Let me add. I have the live template setup, MySQL. Okay, so these are the properties required for the MySQL database connectivity. Okay, so these are the properties we will read in our configuration and we'll do the Hibernate integration. Okay, so let's create a config class, Hibernate config. So inside the Hibernate config class, you need to annotate this with @configuration. So here we need to add driver class name, the data source URL. Then we need to add username, password. Then we need to add one dialect. Okay, so let me annotate this with @value and we will read the data from the properties file. Okay, driver class name spring dot data source dot driver class name, right? So that's it. So here we have configured the dialect, driver class name, username, password, everything we have configured here. These are the 5 things we need to connect with Hibernate. Okay, so let's go ahead and write some configuration for the Hibernate. First of all, we need to write the data source. Okay, public, let's say data source. So data source bean you need to create. So let me annotate this with @bean. Okay, what we need to do here, driver manager data source is equal to new driver manager data source. So here you need to set the properties like driver class name, DB URL, username and password. Okay, and that's it in data source. Then you need to create one session factory. Okay, session factory bean you need to create. So for session factory bean, Spring has provided one class called local session bean factory. Okay, by using that class we can integrate with Hibernate. Local session factory bean. Okay, let's say session factory. Annotate this bean. Local session factory bean session factory is equal to new local session factory bean. Let me return this one. Okay, here we need to add some properties. So session factory dot set data source. Then we need to set the package name. Let's say session factory dot set package to scan. It will scan, let's say com.orm is there, right? Let's say com. Okay, it will scan the parent package and its child package also. Okay, now we need to set some properties. So inside that property we need to add some dialect, so SQL, these are the properties we need to add. Okay, here you need to add hibernate.dialect. Okay, so dialect, we have dialect, we need to pass the dialect here. We need to put another like so underscore SQL you need to pass here, whatever here we have. Okay, let me hard code here instead of reading from there. Okay, Hibernate so underscore SQL. These are the Hibernate related properties we are passing here. Okay, so after that HBM to DDL.auto. Okay, so here you need to pass update. Then these are the properties you need to set inside the session factory. Session factory dot set properties. So that's it, and we need to write one transaction manager also. Okay, so public Hibernate transaction manager, Hibernate transaction manager is equal to new Hibernate transaction manager. So here you need to set the session factory dot get object we need to set here. Okay, then we need to return the transaction manager. In this example we will not do any transactionality. In my next video I will cover the transaction. So let me annotate this with @bean. That's it. These are the Hibernate related configuration we have done here. Okay, so let me quickly go ahead and create the controller class. Let me create the package first, controller. Okay, so let me create another also repository. So model also I will create. So inside the model, let me create a class. Let's say user @entity JP related annotation into use. Then let me add these three properties only. So here you need to use @id, @generated value. So strategy is equal to auto, generation type dot auto we need to use. Now that's it, our model class is also completed, entity class. So let me quickly go ahead and write the repository. Let's say user repo, and here we need to annotate this with @repository. Okay, so what we need to do here, let me write two different methods. So these are the two methods we'll call inside our controller class. Let me write the controller. I will come to repository class again. Okay, so user controller. So here we need to annotate @rest controller, @request mapping. The URL will be /users. Okay, so let me inject the repository here. I am not writing any service layer for POC purpose. Okay, you can write the service layer also. Okay, so user repository, user repo @AutoAdd. So here also we'll have the two different methods. Okay, so here we need to annotate @post mapping, @response status, http status dot created. Okay, same we need to write here @get mapping. Okay, so here it will be like okay. So here we need to call user repo dot save user of user. We'll pass the user. This user will take as a request body. That's it. Let me call here also user repo dot find all. Okay, so controller part is completed, only the repository part is pending. So let me inject here the session factory. Okay, so before saving we need to create the session as per the Hibernate, right? So session is equal to session factory dot open session. Okay, first we open the session, then we have to open the transaction. Okay, then we have to save the user, right? So whenever we will save the session, it will return the ID of that user. Okay, so it is returning the serializable That means we need to typecast this one. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to commit the session, right? So session dot get transaction dot commit. So we committed the session. What we will do now, we can return the same user also. Let's say we can return the same user also, but user will not have any ID for now, right? So what we can do here, let me set the user ID instead of getting getting that user from the database. Let me set the user ID, but I have not added the Lombok related dependency, right? So let me add the Lombok related dependency here. Yeah, project Lombok related dependency we have added. In user we need to add @getter setter, @setter. So this the setter will call here inside the repository. So user dot set ID. We are not getting the user from the database, we are directly setting the ID, and this user we are returning whatever user we are getting. Okay, so the same method is completed. So let's write the find all method. Okay, or else let me test this one. After that we will go for the find all method. Okay, so run as Spring Boot application. Okay, now server started on 8080 port. Let's go to the Postman. Here we will write http 8080/users. Then we need to pass the post method. Body will be raw data, then JSON. So here we need to create the JSON. Okay, let me save. Yeah, we are saving the user. If you see here, I guess the user table is already there. That's why we are getting the sequence ID as 3. Okay, already I guess 2 users are there with same table. It's okay. So now the user saved successfully in our database. So let us write the get method also. We'll write the get method inside repository. So here first we need to open the session, right? Open the current session, whatever session we have. Session is equal to session factory dot get current session. Then what we need to do, let's write the criteria for fetching the data. Okay, so criteria query we will write. Okay, the query will be session dot get criteria. After that, what you need to do, you need to write the form query. So query dot form of user dot class. That means get all the users. Okay, after that we need to get those users. Let's say list of users is equal to session dot create. Okay, get results we need to write here, result list. Okay, so after that what we need to do, we need to close the session. Okay, so then we can return the user here. So here we have written the find all method, and we have created here one criteria query, and that criteria query we are passing to the session. Session will return the list of user. That list of user we are returning here, and this find all method we are calling inside the controller class. Okay, let's go ahead and check in the Postman. That's it. Let me hit. Yeah, we are getting. Let me save another user also. Let's say Hari, and the mobile number is okay. Yeah, Hari also saved with ID 4. Let me hit the get endpoint. Yeah, we are getting the users, right?
That's all about this video. Thanks for watching this video. Meet you in the next video with a new concept.